Hi coaches. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about why you don't need to be ready. Um, it's something that I hear a lot of coaches or people in this community talk about is, well, I'm not sure if I'm ready to share the principles. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go and approach that business. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go and share with whoever. And it's a really interesting phenomenon that I found is that 3 years ago when I first learnt about the principles, I was maybe a little bit naive, and I just went ahead and started sharing with whoever would listen. And it was remarkable because, knowing what I know now, I would do that very, very, very differently. And I know more, or I understand more, if you like, or realize I don't really understand that much compared to what I did then. And yet, 3 years ago, the people that I shared with were really happy that I shared what I knew with them. And some of them were willing to pay for that and were happy with what they paid for because they were impacted. Now, I often, refer back to Sid when I'm kind of looking for a way, for some guidance, Sydney Banks, in terms of guidance on, how to proceed. And I think it was Elsie who once said that Sid was asked, where do I get a qualification? Or maybe it was Sid himself that I saw a video, and he said, you don't need a qualification. Your insight is your qualification. And I love that because it reminds me that when I'm sharing with someone, I don't need anything else but just share what I know, and that's what impacts the other person. Now, when I've posted about this previously online, people kind of bring up the thing about, well, you can't just share with anyone and everyone because you can evangelize and you can put people off, and that's certainly what I'm not saying. So I'm not saying to do that, and there seems to be kind of a maybe a balance or a way of doing it. So what I want to add is, and I got this from the coaching world, is about coaching with permission, and it's a really, really, really big difference. So if we go around saying, oh, the principles are great, or I've learned this stuff, it's great, this has changed my life, people are going to start edging away from us and moving to the door or trying to get away from us. But if someone shares something with us that we hear and realize, oh, okay, if they understood the principles, that would really help them. And it doesn't need to be the principles, it could be anything, really. And we simply ask them, can we share with them? It's a really small thing, but it was huge for me, and it had an immediate impact when I started doing this with clients, prospective clients, with anyone. It just completely changed my interactions with people. And it was just simply that, asking a question. So it could be in the form of, I've got some thoughts about that. Would you be interested to hear my thoughts? It could be, well, are you open to hearing something different, or are you open to hearing my point of view? It could be, I've got something that I think would really help you. Would you be interested in hearing about it? All those things are slowing down and asking the person if they're open to hearing it. And on occasion, sometimes people do tell me, no, I'm okay. And sometimes I might be very direct and say, do you just want me to listen, or would you like my feedback? Would you like my opinion? And again, most of the times people are open, but sometimes they say, no, I just want you to be here. I just want you to listen, which is okay. So putting those things in together, one, sharing what we know. So don't worry about being ready, just go out and share. But number two, do that with permission. And if we bring those two things together, I think it makes a really, really big impact, especially if you've not been doing that already. For those new coaches of you, this can be really, really powerful. So I hope you like the little tip today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.